Julia Steingruber has had a great competition so far. Now, it's never easy to start on B, but it's even more difficult to finish on B. Here she's ready. She always looks a very relaxed gymnast. Lovely leap onto the end of the beam. Nice strong pike, front somersault. High change leg leap smoothly into the side somersault. There's her sideways dance. Has to be included, sideways dance as well as dance low on the beam. The important backflip, layout, somersault to 2 feet. She's got a nice supple style. Smooth in the spin. Well landed, the leap with the half turn. Strong free walkover. She was a little offline, but she saved it well. An unusual dismount. Full turning straight gainer. It's very difficult. It doesn't look spectacular because it doesn't rise high, but you have to rotate away from the beam in a straight position with a full turn. That was a good performance.
I think she's done a very good, clean competition, and certainly with the power in the floor and the vaulting, you can see the acrobatic skills being transferred onto the beam there. Landing well on the beam. There's the acrobatic series. Flick. Straight back somersault.
She's not a tiny gymnast, and obviously if you're tiny, the beam, if you know your 2 feet can stand together on the beam, it's quite a lot easier. Here we are, Diana Bullimore, 13.66, much better than her qualification score.
Atenta, Pichule.
Well, I think the pressure will certainly be mounting at that end of the arena. But I'm sure this gymnast, if anybody can cope with the performing on a big stage.
There we are, Julia Steingruber, 14.366. That's an excellent score. 57 puts her in first at the moment, and that is a very impressive score from Steingruber. Actually, it puts her in equal first with Diana Bullimore. So, 2:57.065. Now, I'm sure Larissa Jordache can go ahead of that, but she will want to post a score that can't be caught. Larissa Jordache from Romania, the leader all the way through the competition. Lovely handstand. Smooth up to the high bar, very nicely done indeed. Swing turn, big high Jaeger somersault, very clean, lovely handstand shape again. Full pirouette nicely on top of the bar. Big Kachev, straight into the Pak Salto, a little bit of a loss of leg form, but she got the link. Straight up to the high bar again. She's fighting and giving it everything. Here we go. Into the full twisting double back. Not a flicker. Not a flicker. A much better routine.
Yes, there were errors though, weren't they, looking at that routine? A bit of a loss of form in the back when she transferred through the routine in parts, and she needs 12.466 to take the lead, which I think would be enough. You just see the little flicker in the legs there on the catch head, and as she goes up here, look at the loss of form in the legs, and I'm sure the judges won't miss that.
They won't miss it, but I think she actually made a big mistake on it in qualifying, so she'll have been pleased to have achieved it. And the dismount was secure, well landed. It's not fantastic bar work, but you know, she'd built herself a big lead, a 0.7 lead. So whatever she gets, Mustafina needs to be at least 0.8 better.
I think if I was going up, I'd want Mustafina. I'd want about 2 marks of a lead.
So, and Anastasia Grishina, the other Russian gymnast in the mix here, finishing on the beam. She has great skill on this apparatus, but it's very easy to make mistakes. Here we go, round off, layout somersault. She's survived the first hurdle. Smooth spin. Controlled on the side somersault. Lovely hands and arms. But a little bit slow. Free walkover into the jump. Gets a bonus for that. Half turn into handstand, the Onodi. Straight into the illusion turn. Such a difficult link, that. She knew she had to go for the link. Lovely splits on the leap. Super supple gymnast. You can see her fighting to concentrate all the way through. Here we have it, the round off, the double pike. She makes it. She is delighted. Whatever the scores, she's done her job in front of her home crowd. Very delighted for her. We've seen her as Grishina as a gymnast with ups and downs, but today's an up.
Great performance there, a lot of pressure going on to beam there, and what style and grace. It was so nice to watch that routine, and you know, something to be very proud of there. Stands up into that double pike back, slight step back, but nothing to call of on the dismount, and a big smile as well to the judges.
It was a tiny bit slow. You could feel the pressure coming out of her, but it was beautifully artistic. So your dash, 13.833. So if Mustafina can perform as she did in qualification, she scored a 15 in qualification. She's got a little bit of room to spare, but she can't afford to fall.
Well, exactly, and a routine that's packed with difficulty like this, one mistake could cost her the title. She needs anything above 14.533 to steal it. And you know, how upsetting is that to be a gymnast, to lead all the way through the competition and then to lose it on the last piece of apparatus. But she has to do the routine.
She does have to do the routine. She's the Olympic champion on asymmetric bars, Alia Mustafina. She's got some fantastic work, but it's very risky. Look at that handstand. Stooping now with full turn. Straight into the shaposhnik of a half turn. It's going straight from one element to the other that makes the difference in difficulty score. Lovely high pike Jaeger. Stolder full. Into the pack salto, no bent legs. Oh, lovely half turn, straight up to the high bar again. Now, that was a little bit flat. Toe on and off with full pirouette. Into the full twisting dismount. That's enough. That's enough. Just a little shuffle on the landing.
Well, what a performance. What pressure. And she still doesn't look happy with that.
She was a bit late on one or two of the pirouettes, and you can see she's such a perfectionist. She'll be, oh, it could have been a bit better, but she knows in her heart that that's good enough.
Well, from the first move to me, it set it out. She banged into that handstand. It was almost to say, I'm in control of this routine. Just watch the master at work, and I think she performed immensely. And not forgetting, Olympic champion should be able to walk out, and European should be a walk in the park, as if I dare say so. But you know, what a performance there.
Anastasia Grishina, 14.133. So that puts her second behind Jordache at the moment. So she's in the medals, Grishina. So is Jordache. We just have to see what the judges are going to credit Mustafina with.
Great execution there. The legs are nailed together, toes pointed.
And the score, 15.133. First place, a massive score of 59. And what a fabulous result. She's such an accomplished gymnast, such an all-round gymnast. There isn't a piece of apparatus that she can't perform well on.
No, a great performance there, and she'll be a lot happier than that with that performance now. And she's held herself well, trailing all the way around the competition, but having the confidence to know that you go into a piece like the bars, which is your best piece last, gives you a real boost. And yes, well-deserved winner today, I think.
Absolutely, and we've seen, you know, we've witnessed on the public stage her rise as a great junior, get a terrible injury, fight back from the injury, and come back really when she wasn't completely on top of her work. And we've seen her gradually come right back to being right on top of her work. But also Jordache as well, I must say. She didn't have a great Olympics, Jordache. She was suffering from injury, and it's fabulous to see her working so confidently here.
Yes, and unfortunately the bars did let her down at the end of the day, and I'm sure in the back of your mind you know that you're going up against the Olympic champion on that piece of apparatus. It does throw a bit of doubt into your mind and knock your confidence a little bit. But she went up there and she gave it her all, in my opinion, and you know, something she's got to be pleased with that. And a silver in the all-round's not a bad day at the office.
No, and against an outstanding gymnast. You know, she, as did Grishina, they all worked at their best. And that's really what you want from a gymnastic competition. You want to see everybody work at their best, and the best gymnasts come out the top.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with the Swiss gymnast Steingruber, fourth, 57.065, equal fourth. I mean, that's got to be a massive improvement.
Yep, she had upped her work considerably since the Olympics. And there were a few bits that looked that she was pleased to do successfully, but she's a great competitor, Steingruber, as well.
So clean sweep so far for the Russians, overall champion in the men earlier today, and in the women's there.
Absolutely, and we didn't manage to see Ruby Harold on floor, but she scored a 13.4, which puts her into 8th position, which is a fantastic achievement. Top 10, there we are, Ania Mustafina first.
I think there's something special about winning a title in your own country. I guess the guys in the studio will agree that, you know, to win a medal in your own country when the pressure's on is a really special feeling. And I certainly think that the occasion and the home support have really helped her in this competition.
Yes, as we said earlier, sometimes the sort of home support can be a bit of a pressure, but in this occasion it was definitely an asset. The gymnasts rose to that situation, but they're great gymnasts. They can do these routines. They train hard. They can do them many times over.